Hello everyone and welcome to BodyBags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie from Tats, and you guys know that we're doing a label week this week, and we're doing movies from the Warner Brothers line. Well, I got one here, and this is from 1986, and it's Warner Archive Collection, but it's still Warner Brothers. It still counts. So yeah, this is a 1986 miniseries that I got on DVD. I'm hoping one day we can get on a Blu-ray, but DVD will still work fine for now. We have Mark Harmon playing Ted Bundy in The Deliberate Stranger. This is a two-part, 3-hour miniseries, and you can see there's even two discs. So one for part one, one for part two. So yeah, so 3-hour miniseries, and you do have a nice cast in this movie. Not just Mark Harmon, you have who else? Frederic Forrest, plays Detective Bob Keppel in this movie. And, the thing is like, man, it really bugs me when I watch this movie. I see what a great job Frederic Forrest did in this movie. And it angers me that, like, he never really got to play more kind of leading man type roles and stuff. Usually, if you go look at a lot of the movies he did, usually he always plays like lunatic kind of characters or like just people just go crazy, like Apocalypse Now or something, like it starts off, maybe he starts off kind of normal, but just as the movie goes along, becomes more insane. And it's like, when if you watch this movie, he acts his ass off in this movie, and he's really good, you know. And like I said, just a shame we didn't get to see more of him getting to do that instead of, most of his career was like as a character actor, just playing these kind of like psychotic, weirdo, schizo characters and stuff like that. I just wish we could have seen more, you know. But yeah, we got Frederick Forrest, we got Emmet Walsh, you got who else? John Ashton. You remember from Beverly Hills Cop movies. You got Terry Farrell plays a small role who. Is like, my God, easily one of the most beautiful women in the world. Unfortunately, she plays one of Ted Bundy's victims in the film, but she would later go on. We would all remember her, later going on to being in movies like Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, or what else was she in? Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. Becker, she was in that. The show Becker with Ted Danson and stuff. She was on that show for a while and everything else. Let's see, who else is there? Frederick Coffin. Yeah, it amazes me. It's like, oh, unfortunately, no, there's no picture of him on here. Frederick Coffin plays a detective in this, and it's weird because I'm looking at him in this movie, and he's wearing a suit, and his hair's cut short, clean shaven, all this kind of stuff, looking very presentable, playing a detective and all this stuff. And the entire time I'm watching this, I keep thinking, this guy was in Mother's Day. The original Mother's Day, this guy was, he was the lunatic son. I think he had like kind of like the aviator cap or whatever it was, the really tall guy. That was Frederick Coffin, and he's in this movie playing a detective and all that kind of stuff. Is like, that is so, so like complete 360, roles for him. But oh yeah, but oh yeah, just a great cast in this movie, and they did really well. So yeah, I mean the story, it's pretty much what you think it is. It's it's more about the investigation. It's more of a police detective procedural about, chasing Ted Bundy and capturing him and making sure that he paid for his crimes. So more of it is, there's very little on the side of Ted Bundy. I reviewed the movie Ted Bundy on here before. I think I reviewed something else about Ted Bundy before, but like those movies are kind of more from like Bundy's perspective. This is more from the perspective of the investigators and the detectives, the legal system and things like this, and kind of more about his trial and everything else. But excuse me, but the movie, even at 3 hours, it's a very well-paced film, a well-paced miniseries. It doesn't lag in any parts. If the miniseries is 3 hours long, at least in this situation, there is a reason why it's 3 hours long, because it's keeping you engaged, it's giving you information, things like that, stuff that you need to know. He was easy to like, deadly to know, and tough to catch. Sorry. But anyway, but yeah, everybody did a good job. Mark Harmon did a really good job. I always felt though like Mark Harmon kind of gave if this makes any sense, there were times like, back in the 80s and 90s, they were doing these like true crime miniseries and stuff like that. There was this one, there was Small Sacrifices with uh, Farrah Fawcett, there was To Catch a Killer with Brian Dennehy, stuff like that. Helter Skelter, Steve Railsback, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, when you think of how disgusting and horrible these people are, and you see these great actors, these really genuinely good performers playing these roles and everything else, it's like, it kind of feels bad because you're like, these actors are giving these despicable characters more credit than they deserve, or they're bringing a presence to them that these scumbags don't deserve. You could say the same exact thing about when Charlize Theron played Eileen Wuornos in Monster and stuff. It's just kind of like you're better than that. You know what I mean? But still, and I understand if the rumor that I heard was correct, was that Mark Harmon actually, I think he did it in this movie. I know that he did it later on. He was going to do a true crime movie where he was going to play Thomas Capano, and he did do the movie, but supposedly before he made the movie, he went to the family, and family of the victims and everything else. And I think he did the similar thing with this one. He went to them and said like he had been offered this role, but out of respect for the victims and respect for the families and the loved ones of the victims, if they wanted him to turn down the role, he would do it. And they gave him their blessing and everything. And so that's my understanding, is the only reason he even played this part was because he got the okay from the family members of the victims and the loved ones and the friends of the victims. They gave him their blessing that it was okay for him to do it. So that's a pretty class act. I mean, if that's true, that's a pretty damn class act, I'll tell you. But yeah, he does a great job. There are parts he does try to capture the arrogance and the smugness that Ted Bundy had. And but the thing is like Mark Harmon as an actor, he is very, he does come across as very likable. And there are a number, I mean, you watch him on NCIS, of course, you like him on that, but you watch him in something like Summer School, he's very likable in that movie. So he does have a likability, and it does work in his favor because it lends to him being able to play Ted Bundy, which, I mean, that was the thing. That's how Ted Bundy operated. He was, he was a guy who everybody thought he was likable and witty and charming and everything else, and that was how he was able to get away with it for so long and all this stuff. And Mark Harmon does a great job, and everybody does. This movie is based off of Richard Larsen's book, The Deliberate Stranger. Can't tell you how many books. I mean, we all know Anne Rule wrote the book The Stranger Beside Me. That's the most famous one. But Richard Larsen, who is actually a friend of the real Ted Bundy, wrote, like Bundy, the Deliberate Stranger, and things like this. So yeah. But like I said, everybody does a great. What's that one actor's name? Where is he at? George Grizzard. Yeah, yeah, he does a great job in here too, playing Larsen. And the biggest thing you would probably remember him for, if you ever saw the movie Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks, he played the intended father-in-law for Tom Hanks' character in that movie. The kind of the scummy guy who was doing everything he can to try to stop Tom Hanks' character from marrying Tawny Katine, his daughter, in the movie and stuff. So, but yeah, he does a really good job here. But yeah, honestly, this is a very good, solid, mini series. I mean, of course, not everything is 100% accurate, but it's pretty damn close. From the documentaries and everything that I've seen, and that the things that I've heard. But yeah, this is definitely one of the more faithful, faithful kind of interpretations of the Ted Bundy story. So, but I would definitely say, yeah, if you ever get a chance, I mean, if you're a true crime aficionado, then yeah, you're going to want to watch this. And I would say give it a chance. It's really good. So, and I've watched it a few times, and I do highly recommend it. And like, as far as like this here, I mean, it's just, it's a burn on demand disc. There's no bonus features or anything like that. Like I said, I do hope that maybe at some point, maybe, Archive Collection could put out like a Blu-ray, a little, but even if no bonus features, I mean, at least, kind of like give us a new presentation of the miniseries, hopefully like fix the well, not fix, but kind of like polish up the film and everything else, kind of make it look better and everything else. But anyway, yeah, I still recommend it. If you can get your hands on this, this is definitely a good movie to watch. And like I said, if you're a true crime buff, this is going to be right up your alley. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the BodyBags channel. We have a different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I am the Saturday reviewer, and we have a bunch of great guys here. Everybody's doing really good stuff. And if you keep watching, you might notice the backgrounds of my videos keep tending to change. So that's something to look forward to. So who knows what it's going to look like the next time you watch a video of mine. So anyway, that's it, everybody. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you all later.